Most people think the answer to losing muscle after 40 is doing more reps, more sessions, more effort. But that's not how it works, because after 40, your muscles don't respond to more. They respond to different. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 specific exercises, each backed by actual clinical research, that give your body the exact stimulus it needs to stop that muscle loss in its tracks. Here's what most people don't realize. From around age 40, you're losing roughly 1% of your muscle mass every single year. That doesn't sound like much until you do the maths. By 60, that's a fifth of your muscle gone. And strength? That drops even faster. But here's the part that catches most people completely off guard. Power declines faster than both. That's why you start feeling slow before you ever feel truly weak. Slowing down on stairs, getting up from the sofa, moving quickly when you need to. That's not age, that's muscle loss doing its job. And if you're just doing the same gym sessions you've always done, you're fighting it with the wrong tools. So let me show you why, and more importantly, what actually works. Why these specific exercises? The reason most training stops working after 40 isn't effort, it's biology. Your joints are less forgiving, your recovery takes longer. And generic resistance training on its own doesn't hit the right systems hard enough to fight age-related decline. What the research actually shows is that your body after 40 needs 3 things: eccentric loading, power-based movement, and functional strength patterns. Every single exercise I'm going to show you today hits at least 2 of those. This video will give you the foundation, but there's a level above this that most people our age will never reach. If that's the version of yourself you're after, you need to check out my book in the description. Designed for those who want to own the long game, not just stay in it. Now let's continue with the exercises. Exercise 1. Eccentric split squat. 2 up, 1 down. Here's a question. When you lower yourself down in a squat, are you fighting the movement or just falling into it? Most people fall, and after 40, that matters more than you'd think. The lowering phase of any movement, which is called the eccentric phase, is where your muscles generate the most force. But it's also the phase most people completely ignore. Systematic reviews in adults over 55 show that eccentric-focused training produces equal or greater gains in strength and functional performance than traditional resistance training, equal or greater, with less joint stress. That's because eccentric contractions let you generate higher force at a lower energy cost, which is exactly what aging joints need. And here's what makes this specific. Eccentric strength is one of the few physical qualities that's actually preserved longer as you age. So you're not fighting your body, you're working with what it's still good at. The move is a 2 up, 1 down split squat. From a split stance, use both legs to stand up, then shift your weight to the front leg and take a slow 3 to 5 second lower back down. That slow descent is the work. 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps per leg, 2 to 3 times a week. Add a kettlebell at the chest when body weight becomes too easy. Exercise 2. Power step up. We talked about power declining faster than strength, so it makes sense that one of the most important things you can train after 40 is your ability to produce force quickly, not just forcefully. But most people's training is all slow, all controlled all the time, which means that fast twitch muscle fiber, the stuff responsible for quick reactions, explosive movement, and injury prevention, is barely being touched. High-velocity resistance training in adults age 40 to 55 improves leg power significantly more than traditional slow lifting, and trials using fast step-ups in adults over 70 showed measurable increases in leg power and strength compared to walking-only controls. The key isn't the load, it's the intent. Moving quickly with control is what triggers the adaptation. The move is a power step-up. Use a low step. Drive up onto the lead leg as fast as you can with control, then step down slowly. Fast up, controlled down. 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps per leg. Moderate load, around 50 to 70% of your max if you're adding weight. The speed of that upward drive is everything. Exercise 3. Loaded sit to stand. Think about the most functional movement you do every single day. Getting up from a chair, off a sofa, off the floor. Most people don't train it, and yet the research on this movement is genuinely remarkable. There's a clinical model called the STAND protocol developed for hospitalized older adults, and what it found changes how you should think about this boring exercise entirely. A feasibility study of the STAND model found that over 2/3 of acutely hospitalized older patients could train at a true 8 to 12 rep maximum intensity, using loaded sit-to-stands with no adverse events, both in hospital and at home. Let that land. hospitalized patients, training at near maximal intensity, safely. And separate research shows that 10 weeks of progressive loaded sit-to-stands significantly improve chair rise performance and lower body strength in frail elderly adults. If it works there, it works for you. Here's how to turn your chair into a leg press. Sit on a sturdy chair or bench, hold a kettlebell at your chest, and stand up as fast as you can with control. Then sit back down, slowly. Start with body weight from a higher surface. Progress by lowering the seat height, then adding load, always aiming for a weight where 8 to 12 reps is genuinely challenging. 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 times a week. Simple, though brutal, and backed by some of the best older adult research available. Exercise 4. Offset load, split stance row. Here's something most people don't connect. As you lose muscle after 40, you also lose balance and coordination. And those two things together, reduced strength and reduced stability, are what dramatically increase your fall risk. Training them separately helps, but training them together is better. A 24-week randomized trial comparing standard resistance training to combined resistance and balance training in older adults found that the combined program produced significantly greater improvements in both dynamic balance and lower limb strength than resistance training alone. Not the same results, greater results. That means every time you can add a balance demand to a strength exercise, you're getting more from the same session. The offset load split stance row does exactly that. Stand in a split stance, hold a single kettlebell or dumbbell on one side, and row while holding your position. You get unilateral leg loading, trunk anti-rotation, and a balance challenge, all in one movement. 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per side. Keep the split stance honest, don't let your hips rotate to compensate. Exercise 5. The kettlebell swing. Everything we've covered so far, eccentric loading, power production, functional strength, balance, the kettlebell swing hits almost all of it in a single movement. But most people either avoid it because they think it's too advanced, or they do it wrong and wonder why it's not working. So let's fix both of those things right now. The Bell trial, using men and women aged 59 to 79, used 3 months of progressive hardstyle kettlebell training, including swings, deadlifts, presses, and squats. The results: significant increases in grip strength, leg and hip extensor strength, appendicular lean mass, that's your muscle mass, 6-minute walk distance, and sit-to-stand performance, plus reductions in stair climb and floor transfer time. This is a population of adults approaching 80 years old. The evidence for kettlebell training in this age group is not just promising, it's conclusive. The swing is a hip hinge, not a squat. Hike the bell back between your legs, snap your hips forward, let the bell float to about chest height, and let it fall back. The power comes from the hip drive, not your arms. Start light. Nail the hinge. Then progress the load. 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. 2 to 3 times a week. When you combine this with the 4 exercises we've just covered, you've got a program that trains every physical quality that aging tries to take from you. Program summary. So here's how to put this together. 2 to 3 non-consecutive days per week. Pick 3 to 5 of these exercises per session. For the strength and eccentric moves, do 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps at a load that's genuinely challenging by the last rep. For the power moves, try lighter load, fast up, controlled down, 6 to 10 reps. Kettlebell swings should be 3 sets of 10 to 15. You don't need to do all 5 in every session. Rotate them, progress them. And remember, the research isn't suggesting this might work. These specific movements in these specific populations produced measurable results. Muscle loss after 40 is real, but it is not inevitable. And remember, the aim of the game is to stay in the game. See you in the next one.